Indiana 211 is a division of FSSA. 211 was formerly a nonprofit organization before becoming a division of FSSA in 2020. Indiana 211's mission is to improve the quality of life for Hoosiers by connecting people to health and human service resources through highly skilled navigators, continuous community collaboration, and a robust community database and technological innovations. What is 211? Indiana 211 is a free service that connects Hoosiers with help and answers from thousands of health and human service agencies and resources right in their local communities, quickly, easily, and confidentially. It is important to stress that 211 services are completely confidential because not knowing that can sometimes create some apprehension or make people hesitant to call 211. Additionally, there are no eligibility requirements, income standards, or any other rules. Any Hoosier looking for services can call Indiana 211 whether they are calling for themselves or on behalf of someone else. Indiana 211 is statewide, so the resource database covers all 92 counties. There are thousands of services represented in the database, and they are maintained and updated by the resource curation team to ensure we are providing accurate referrals with the most up-to-date information. In 2025, the top 10 needs Indiana 211 referred people to were housing, utility assistance, food and meals, individual, family, and community support, legal, consumer, and public safety services, health care, income support and assistance, transportation, clothing, personal and household needs, and information services. Other resources 211 can refer individuals to include mental health and substance use disorder resources, employment programs, disaster services, domestic violence, sexual assault, and trafficking resources, libraries, job readiness programs, childcare, and much more. There are 3 easy ways to access 211. Individuals can dial 211 or 866-211-9966. If anyone prefers to communicate via text rather than over the phone, they can also text their zip code to 898-211. Lastly, an individual can always visit the Indiana 211 website at in211.org to use our guided resource search and search for information on their own as well. Even though 211 has texting and online searching available for finding resources, it is important to keep in mind that an individual is going to get the most comprehensive assistance by calling 211 because Indiana 211 community navigators are trained to ask questions, to identify the exact needs a caller has, and identify whether they are eligible for various resources. When someone calls 211, they will speak to an Indiana 211 community navigator. Indiana 211 has 57 community navigators who all receive 3 weeks of training prior to starting. 211 has both English and Spanish-speaking community navigators, but they also have access to a service that allows them to connect with interpreters for over 240 other languages. If a caller agrees to it, then the community navigator will ask a series of social determinants of health questions to help them understand where a caller is at the time of the call and identify whether there are any additional resources they can offer the caller. A 211 call really is much more than just a phone call. Community navigators are able to advocate for callers by providing a warm transfer and explaining the caller's needs to the agency they are being referred to. Navigators also recognize when callers may need some follow-up from them, and they schedule those follow-up calls as needed. In 2025, Indiana 211 community navigators answered over 160,000 calls and provided over 520,000 referrals. Indiana 211's online guided search is available right on the homepage at in211.org. The guided search is beneficial for finding simple resources quickly for those individuals who may not need the additional assistance that community navigators provide. Someone using the guided search can either choose from the service categories shown on the screen, or they can select the advanced search option to search by keyword. Once a category is selected, such as food, it will open and allow you to select a more specific service, such as food pantries. Lastly, in the top right-hand corner of the screen, there is a Google Translate option, and when a language is selected from that dropdown, it will translate the entire page to that language, as well as all of the search results in the guided search. A list of various resources will appear, and from there, a zip code can be entered that will automatically display the resources in order of closest to furthest away from that zip code. There is also a target populations filter on this page that allows the resource results to be narrowed to ones that serve a specific population, if available. Each resource listing provides all of the information needed for a referral. Once the search is narrowed down as far as desired, each listing provides the option to either email or text individual resources to whoever is needing the resources, or multiple resource listings can be saved to a list to either print or save as a PDF. Indiana 211 also has several community engagement tools on the website, including the Community Events Calendar, the Indiana 211 University page, the Request a Speaker form, and the Marketing Materials page. We will take a closer look at the Community Calendar and Marketing Materials page in a moment. Indiana 211 was a live monthly webinar that Indiana 211 hosted for about a year. We streamed and recorded sessions on 211 operations and data, and some sessions also included guest speakers who presented on various topics. The recordings of all past sessions are available on the Indiana 211 University page. The Request a Speaker form can be completed by any organization wanting Indiana 211 to present to a group or to host a resource table at an event. The Community Events Calendar lists free and low-cost one-time or short-term events that are not listed in the Indiana 211 database due to not being ongoing services. 211 community navigators are able to refer clients to community events when they meet their needs as well. The community calendar includes events such as resource job and health fairs, diaper, food, and clothing distributions, free haircuts, parenting education classes, immunization clinics, and more. Any agency can add their events to the calendar. Instructions on how to do so are at the bottom of the community calendar page. On the marketing materials page at in211.org, there is an order form that can be used to request Indiana 211 wallet cards and bookmarks, and they will be mailed to you at no cost. All materials are double-sided, with one side printed in English and the other printed in Spanish. This page also has some downloadable materials, like the 211 flyer that can be printed by anyone, as well as some graphics and flyers that can be promoted on social media for seasonal resources, such as warming and cooling centers, holiday resources, tax assistance, and more. Indiana 211 also has some data tools available at in211.org. The data dashboard presents de-identified data from 211 calls, texts, and emails so that other organizations can learn about their communities through 211 data or use the data as evidence to back new programs and grants. There is also a data requests form, which allows anyone to request additional data from us if they are looking for specific data they are not able to find on the data dashboard. Here are a couple images from the data dashboard. By default, all measures represent the entire state of Indiana, but the dashboard can be filtered to show data for just one or more counties by clicking on one or multiple counties from the Indiana map. The default timeframe is year to date, but the timeframe can be changed with options dating back to 2024. The dashboard also displays data on the demographics of 211 clients and the needs that clients are contacting 211 for, including the percentage of interactions from each need category that had an unmet need, meaning a resource referral was not available for the client. If you have any questions from this presentation or any questions related to Indiana 211, you can contact our community engagement team using the phone number or email address shown on the screen. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Indiana 211.